Hey everyone, I'm Veetika. I'm the senior project designer for pipeline execution team, and today I want to demonstrate like how to populate data when it comes to reviewing MRs which are related to CI/CD minutes usage and or shared runner usage. So since we get assigned the design reviews by the Rule A these days, that means anybody can get assigned an MR which relates to these areas. And I've realized through recent experience that it's not very convenient to set up the test data to test these MRs. And that's why I wanted to like have this one resource up so that anybody who gets to like anybody can easily work on these MRs and get them through. Okay, so before I begin, I also want to kind of mention this one small differentiation between CI/CD minutes and shared runner usage. So CI/CD minutes is like we provide a limited amount of CI/CD minutes with every plan, with every um, privacy setting, because it differs from a public to private project. And that's why we measure it against a quota. And we also give the option to our users to purchase additional CI/CD minutes if they run out of it. But how does shared runner usage relate to it? So shared runner usage is the total number of runtime of all jobs that run on shared runners. So this is, I treat it more like this raw number of like raw duration that we have. And to get CI/CD minutes from that, we multiply that with a cost factor. And that cost factor, it's more like an exhaustion rate, like at what rate is your CI/CD minutes getting exhausted or billed. So that gives us the CI/CD minute usage. And it differs from runner type to runner type. For example, it would be different from macOS runners and Android runners, let's say, or ordinary runners. So there's this distinction, but anyway, I would only talk about like the two areas that we majorly are working on these days. One is this page that is under from like you can access it from under your user namespace. You go to preference and then usage quota, then pipeline. Then you end up on this user namespace usage quota page. Similarly, a replica of this could be found under every group. So that's what we call group usage quota. Now, depending on what you have to work on, if it's a user namespace usage quota page, that means the information that you need populated here would be from projects which have to be directly under the root namespace. So make sure that you have those projects ready. For example, I have this one ready here that says load performance testing, and it's directly under the admin that is me. So what I'll do here in this demo is I would add some usage information to this for this particular project. And I would refer to this code that's already added here in an MR as instructions by Peyton, who's a front-end engineer for our team. So I would show like how to use these codes and how to make changes, how to kind of change things while as you have different requirements. So let's start with kind of observing this a little. So here you see that a project variable has been defined and the project ID that's kind of put here is 20, but let's go and see if that's what I need. No, my project ID is 21. So what I'll do is I'll make this small change here before using this code. But first, let's go and see what's happening in the terminal in the Git pod. So I checked out the branch for this particular MR already. And I also have installed bundle because my bundle executes console command was not responding. Um, so we will enter the Rails console. Yeah, these things take time. Okay, in the meanwhile, okay, there it is. So instead of like copying this directly from here, I have copied this elsewhere to change the like project ID, and I would instead copy from there. So that's what I'm doing right now. Okay, this is up. So we are already getting this and let's paste. So it says log file is already in use, press return, and I'm typing WQ to exit, and I've exited. Now comes the second part. Using the helper method, I would copy this as is because there's nothing to manipulate here. It's using the same project variable, so that means whatever ID I have defined before, it remains the same and it should work. There it is. And lastly, I'll go ahead and copy this. Okay, so this is done. Now let's go and see if something has changed here. It won't show right on the like project usage quota page because that's showing only for storage. So I'll go under user namespace, usage quota again, and pipelines. It takes a while to load, and it's still yeah. So now you can see, like earlier there was this one project that was being shown here. Now it's showing for both. Sorry. So I just added some like data to this particular project, and it has started to reflect. And this was pretty simple. So I'm going to add this like all the instructions to the pipeline execution UX page as well. And hopefully this should help you with any MR that is around the usage quota, be it for user namespace or group. If you are adding data to a project which is within a group, you have to make sure that you see if the path is right and the project ID is right, because if that gets wrong, that means there's a chance that it might not show on the group usage quota page. And that is it. Thank you so much.